Hey everyone, as you know, I am Meredith Marakovits. This is Michael Medvin. He works with me at the Yes Network. Medvin, tell the fine folks at home or in their car or looking at their smartphones what you do for the Yes Network.
I work in the production truck and I am the associate director and tape producer during the games. So all the video content you see during the game, some replays, but also a lot of like packages of the game, recapping the game. If Garrett Cole's pitching great, you kind of sum up his performance in 20 seconds. If David Cone is in the booth and he talks to us and says his slider has been really good, can you put some of Garrett Cole's sliders together? That's my job. Get the slider, make a package, put it together, have Cone comment on it, and that's really it. Any historical flashback that might come up.
And you do tremendous work. And a really cool thing about you is you find some of this video that people wouldn't be able to find. And oftentimes, a lot of it is anticipation. You have to know going into a game what somebody might be talking about, when they might need it. And if you need something from 1972, you've got to know where to find it. And while that sounds easy, to do it in real time is difficult.
It is, but it's fun. Like, that's the best part, is like if Michael K is talking about a moment and he mentions a specific play and you have that clip and you can get it over to a machine and tell the producer director, I have this as Michael's talking about it, and then it goes on air. Like, that's a thrill of live TV. That's fun.
Now that I've paid you that compliment of the superior job that you've done, let's talk about some of the times that perhaps you catch things that maybe you're not supposed to catch.
Well, we have cameras all the time. So last year in Toronto, as an example, Michael decided he was going to throw a piece of paper at you in the booth.
I mean, could you believe the savagery?
So we have a camera up there and we were recording it.
Savages in the booth.
Savages in the booth. So I had the video and I texted Meredith and Michael. I go, this is really funny. Can I tweet this out? And they both said, I guess, sure. But yeah, we have some fun like that. Yeah.
Did you really ask permission? See, what happened when I was thrown at? Volleyball came into play. Yeah. Boom. It was half outside hitter, half Dikembe Mutombo.
You're a better volleyball player than basketball.
That's untrue. I was actually more highly recruited for basketball than I was for volleyball. So Mike Medvin, here's what I have to say to you.
Okay.
Okay, now that you brought us to the topic of basketball, I wasn't even going to go there. Wasn't even going to go there. Is this obnoxious? Is this whole setup obnoxious?
I mean, you're talking to a Jersey kid who is more of a New York and a New York family. We're not a Philly. We're not Philly at all. I just do not like the city of Philadelphia. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't.
Why are you so mean?
I'm not mean. I grew up in Central Jersey.
Have you ever been?
I've been to Philly all the time.
Well, what do you dislike about it?
I don't dislike Philly, but I prefer New York. You guys are the little brother.
You just said, I don't like the city of Philadelphia. Now he's trying to say he doesn't dislike it. He just likes New York.
I do not like Philadelphia fans.
He grew up in Jersey. Guys, we have some inconsistencies here. Yeah. We have some holes. Let's get to the bottom of it.
Well, we grew up in Central Jersey, but we were a New York family. Both my parents were from the New York area before they moved to Central Jersey. Their family, so always New York sports teams. So, yeah.
So a Nets fan.
Huge New Jersey Nets fan.
So again, not loving this.
Season tickets my entire life growing up in Jersey.
Now, how do you hate this? This is a young mare. See this little peanut over here? That's me. My mom cut my bangs. You can see it. Hold on, there it is. Little crooked. Kath tried. I don't let her cut my hair anymore, but I still love her.
It's a great picture.
And then you got my middle brother, Danny, right here. We call him Tutan. Justin, we call him Blaze. And Sir Charles.
And Tutan was a great basketball player,
when he was
right?
super skinny. See that? Probably late 80s, right here.
Tutan was a great basketball player.
Yeah, he played for the University of Miami.
That's impressive. ACC.
Yes, he was a University of Miami guy. He played on some teams with Johnny Solomons, James Jones, who you may have heard of. He's been a part of some championships. Darius Rice. Okay, back to the Sixers.
Yeah.
The Nets, we have them on the air at Yes Network. And I used to do some Nets games. I haven't done any in a while. Exciting going into the season, but now they've tapered off a little bit.
It was all about next year anyway. Like, Durant wasn't going to play this year.
Yeah, but they still made some moves. You thought maybe...
Kyrie, but he's got hurt. But it's all about next year.
So you feel good going into next year, or
No, you have to feel good about next year. Kyrie healthy, Durant healthy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the favorites in the East next year. Absolutely.
You know who's not healthy for the most part?
Tell me.
Simmons and Embiid.
Yeah, it's a shame. Really likable team.
Well, I don't understand. Here, why not? Maybe if you hold this, you'll be nicer.
I actually have my own, so.
Right do you want me to get the rest of them so they could have friends?
No, I got.
They could be your friends. Do you have any? No, I'm kidding. He has a lot of friends.
I have some friends.
We're kidding.
I have some friends.
All right. So what else about Yankees baseball do you enjoy?
I love working with you. I remember the first time I met you, 2012.
Oh, I'm scared to hear this story.
We were doing an exhibition game in Miami.
Oh, that's when I was actually still working. So before I took the Yes Network gig, I covered the Sixers for, at the time, CSN Philly. They're now NBC Philadelphia, but I worked for them for 2 years. Great people I work with. They were awesome. And one of the hardest things when leaving a job where you travel a significant amount is wondering what the new crew is going to be like. And the crew in Philadelphia was awesome. Still very good friends. JR, Nick, everybody there. And then you go to a new space and you're wondering, am I going to have any friends? Is it going to be a family environment, or is it every man for themselves? Luckily, it was family-esque.
But when you first came into the truck to say hi, you did not say a word.
Well, what was I supposed to say? I was new on the job.
Oh my God, she's so quiet and shy, and she's from upstate Pennsylvania, so she's going to be this sweet, innocent girl, and no. But it took us a while to realize this.
I'm sweet.
Yeah, you are.
I'm innocent.
Okay.
I'd ask for examples why you think I'm not.
No.
But that's not what we're going to do on this show.
That's not on camera.
Not the show. This is not the show for it.
Absolutely
Although
not.
now we have people intrigued. If they've held on for 9 minutes, they want more. They want stories. They want it all.
No.
So what was the moment where I really just broke you? Either disappointed you, or you were like, she's okay. And I don't know if I should have even asked this question.
There was a night in your first year in Toronto, which was a...
Oh, and I made you eat the cotton candy at that bar?
The cotton candy at the bar, and...
It was so gross.
There was a night...
And then he said he needed to be in bed by a certain time, and I was like, oh, to put your nightcap on and hug your pound
guilted
puppy.
me for another drink.
What are we doing? We went out for another drink.
She said one more. She met a bottle, and it was a...
We had a great night.
It was a bad morning.
I mean, we didn't have a great, but
not like that. But it was a bad morning.
Not that kind of party where we're coming from.
It was not that, but it was a bad.
That was a fun night, though.
It was a good night.
It was a fun night.
It was a good night. Then I was like, okay, she's awesome, and that's it.
See that?
That's
All
it.
you got to do is make sure he almost wakes up in a gutter once, so you're in. So for all the people at home, no, don't try this at home. It's just not for everybody.
But Toronto's a great town.
Oh God, great city.
I would rank that number one.
Great city. And
Chicago, too.
So Toronto, because we become restaurant snobs
Yes.
and hotel snobs. We don't mean to be, but we
you
travel
have to.
a lot.
You travel, you stay where the Yankees stay, you're going to become a hotel snob.
All right, let's not say where they stay because
No.
I feel like there are 2 security guards that would not be happy with us. So let's talk restaurants. Harbor 60 or Vaticano or Soto Soto?
Soto.
Really? Old
Soto
Soto
Soto.
Soto or new Soto Soto?
So I'm being called from an off-camera person a fraud. I used to like Vaticano the best.
Hold on, time out. You're saying an off-camera person as if there's any production going on here. It's our friend who is
sitting right over there.
hanging out.
Yes, I used to like this
There is
place called Vaticano the best, and now I've changed to go Soto Soto.
Camera person, there's a live studio audience sitting on my stove right now, and there's a lighting guy. You don't see the guy with the boom, and cue cards. We have cue cards too. Okay,
It's a
continue.
full production. No, Soto Soto is the best restaurant in Toronto. Absolutely. But you're not a huge Italian person. Like, you don't love... you like Harbor 60 the best.
I can't even answer that.
I meant Italian food.
I am not a huge Italian food person.
That's correct. What's your favorite city to travel to?
In the States?
No, like Yankees baseball.
I like the West Coast. You know I love the West
Oh,
Coast. I'm a
yeah,
West Coast
no.
person. Totally West Coast person. 6 foot tall, blonde. Everyone's like, are you from California? Actually,
No.
I'm from Pennsylvania. But I do love the West Coast. I love Miami because Danny obviously went to school down there. I spent a lot of time down there. Toronto is great. It really is a wonderful city. If you're a Yankees fan and you're looking for a spot to go, look into Toronto because it is, you can drive.
It's a long drive, but you could drive.
You can fly for like 45 minutes.
And you can usually get tickets, okay.
Yeah, it's usually pretty available. And you can hit Niagara Falls like Susan and I did, and there are a couple of vineyards around there.
Yeah, it's a great, Toronto's the best.
As she put it, wine for peasants. Still one of the most laughable Susan moments last year. We have some more adventures coming up. I will not tell you what they are. But before we get going, we have some serious business to talk about. So I had you over the other night because it was a big evening. Bachelor, women tell all.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a little behind. I'm generally all in on it, but Pilot Pete, you seem wonderful.
No.
I'm just not that into it.
No.
I couldn't get that into it. So I'm a little behind. Mike, being the nice guy that he is, came over and tried to break it down pre-episode so I could really understand what was going on. Me being a sports girl, this is how he did it.
So we were down to the final 3. So we had Madison, who is very religious and very innocent, waiting to marriage. So I kind of compared her to Tim Tebow when he was in Florida.
Okay.
Which is great. He was a Heisman winner, best football player in the country. But you always felt he made judge your choices, and that's how I kind of look at Madison. Then you had Victoria, who is crazy. She is the present-day Antonio Brown.
Present-day Antonio
She's nuts.
Brown.
She's crazy. Then you had Hannah Ann, who I think is 23. She's a model. She looks the part. But what's really there? And I kind of think she's Jimmy Garoppolo.
Hi, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy's a good-looking guy, but is he a great quarterback? What's inside? And that's how I kind of broke it down. And now we're down to the final 2. He sent the crazy one home, thank God.
I had some comments I'm going to keep them to myself. Are you dialed in for next week?
I cannot wait for next week. Like, I've not watched the show in like a few years, but I was home for the entire month of January with my newborn son, so me and my wife.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I'm happy.
Child number 2 and the last.
That they both look like your wife.
Yes, thank God they both look like my wife.
I'm kidding. Morgan is adorable. She does look a little bit like you. And I don't find it offensive. No, she's very cute. She's really cute. Okay, so next week, a decision will be made.
Yeah.
Take me through the layout.
I think he's
Are you in like a half hour ahead of time making sure you got your couch space right?
No.
Do you eat a full dinner beforehand? Do you wait till afterhand? Do you have a glass of wine? Do you get roses and put them on the table?
I wish I could tell you we're going to watch it live, but we're not going to watch it live. Because we have 2 kids, we put them to bed, we're exhausted. So the next morning, like on Tuesday morning, we'll take my 3.5-year-old daughter to daycare.
Okay.
Drop her off. Now it's just me, my wife, and our newborn at home. That's when it's a little quieter, and that's when we'll watch it. So I will be off social media Monday night for no spoilers. So don't text. Do not text me.
I'm gonna text.
Do not text. I will block your phone number. I will turn my phone off.
Should I text? Here's a poll right now.
No, do not text.
Yes, Meredith, text. No, Meredith,
turn my phone off.
Don't text. Here is my even bigger question. When you do watch it, will there be anyone serving you a seafood feast like you got this evening?
No, tonight was special. That was special. I had shark. Yeah.
So I went fishing and I caught a shark. Multiple sharks. Thank you, Live Fishing Adventures. And then I brought the sharks home. Mm-hmm. Already filleted because I didn't bring like the whole shark home. What am I gonna let it dry out and put it on my wall? That's weird. I don't want to do that.
Tell us what we were eating.
Well, that's the thing.
Because you thought I was not going to eat it if you told us.
Would you have eaten it?
Probably not.
And then he took a bite.
And it was actually very good. Tastes like chicken.
Delightful.
It was really good.
If I must say so.
It was good.
Yeah. Maybe if you're nice to me, I'll invite you over again sometime.
We should do it.
Very up in the air right now. Can you promise me one thing?
Yeah.
When you pick Morgan up from daycare, will you say,
Morgan, we take this rose?
Morgan, do you accept this rose?
I should do that.
That would be so
I will
cute.
do that. I
mean,
that.
she'll have no freaking clue what
She'll
you're
have no clue.
talking
It'll be
about,
funny.
but if you record it, I will get a kick out of it.
Okay, you got it. You got it.
So Morgan, or everyone out there, will you accept this tulip because it's not even a rose, because we've talked about the production budget already? Anything you'd like to add before we get the show on the road?
No, I think we're good. That we've covered The Bachelor.
I mean, not just Bachelor. I mean, anything you,
no,
you
I
have
think
on
we're
your
good.
mind.
Well, the Michael K. story that was teased in a previous episode of this.
Oh,
with
wrestling.
With the WrestleMania debacle.
Wrestlemania.
Yeah.
Oh, my Hulk Hogan shoes are still here.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a...
So what happened, Mikey? The other Mikey wasn't too happy with you.
No, Michael K. was very upset with me. It was 2017 opening day.
Were you upset with him? Or
No, it was actually
it was a one-way street.
It was 100% my fault. It's 2017. It's the Yankees opening day.
Wait. Okay, continue. But okay, continue.
And
I'm listening.
We were in St. Pete against the Rays, and WrestleMania was in Orlando. And Michael got tickets, and we went together, and he had to go because Peter Rosenberg told him he's got to go. I think Peter got him the tickets. So the game was long. We got there late. It's probably 8 o'clock, and we couldn't find a good place to park, so we kind of parked far away.
Did you take a picture of the sign so you knew where you were?
Nope. Because I was feeling like I was already an hour late to WrestleMania. I wanted to go.
Amateur hour.
It was bad.
In a parking lot. Come on.
So I told him the show was going to end around 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
It ended like at 12:30. It went forever. He was getting a
Well,
little
that's not
antsy.
your fault, because it was one of the most
but
romantic.
He didn't really care about going.
He saw John Cena propose his love to Nikki Bella.
He did.
Fast forward, it didn't work out, but back then, it was the biggest thing in wrestling.
It was a good night,
and I'm sure it wasn't staged.
But when we left the venue, the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, I forgot where we parked the car, and it literally took us over an hour to find it, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's not the safest area, and all I kept thinking is I'm with Michael K., the Yankees play-by-play announcer, and we're not the safest right now. And then finally...
Well, I'm sure that he's very big amongst the wrestling crowd.
The wrestling crowd had gone home at that point. It was just us trying to find the car. We
eventually so how many laps did you do around the arena before you found it?
We actually ended up getting a cab to drive us around. That's how bad it was.
And how much did that cost? And did we pay or did you pay?
Are you kidding me? I paid. I felt so bad. But we finally found it. I think I drove so fast home. We got back like at 2:45 in the morning. We were off the next day.
He could not have taken kindly to that.
He was not happy. But he's then told the story on his radio show a few times. And
we got great content out of it.
He got content out of it, yeah. But it was
at your expense, essentially.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. I felt bad. I felt really bad.
You know, every experience, you hopefully learn a lesson.
I learned a lesson. Take a picture now wherever I park. Absolutely, 100%.
As somebody that travels as much as you do, I can't believe you didn't do that. You were just caught up in the moment.
Yeah, we were an hour late. I wanted to get there. I wanted to go. I wanted to see the matches, yeah.
Has Michael ever asked you to go to an event thereafter?
Nope, that's done. No.
It's over.
No, that's not happening again.
It's so sad.
He had his WrestleMania moment. He was done. That was it.
Were you anxious because you thought there might be a proposal?
No,
or that wasn't it?
It started at 7. We probably parked at 7:45. I'm like, I want to go see where our tickets are. I want to see everything. And I just, we walked fast, and I just did not take a picture where we parked.
Do you think I'd be an asset to the WWE family?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm campaigning hard. So
I know.
If you're one of the 3 people that watch, write an email. I mean, it wouldn't kill you.
Absolutely.
Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. If you had an alter ego, a wrestling name, what would it be?
Ooh. See, I can say Double M and just steal a name that you were going to have.
You like totally stole my thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Just ew.
Sorry. Double M. I like it.
All right.
Double M.
He is Mike Medvin. I am Mare. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed.